Hey, how are you doing? So this is another one of my videos. So I've been a bit lax with doing videos for a couple of weeks. I've been busy, haven't found the time to paint, but I have managed to get some games in. So I'm going to talk a bit about Epic Battles, Pike and Shotte. So you'll have seen the videos before, you'll have seen the miniatures before. At least the ones I've painted. So I've now had a chance to paint some Epic Hail Caesar as well. I still think this is my favourite range of miniatures, and certainly in 2025 I have plans to really expand what I've done so far. So at the moment I've sort of got like 4 Pike and Shotte English blocks, a couple of Scots, there's a third one almost finished, Highlanders, some artillery, and then on this side some cavalry, dragoons, artillery and commanded shot. I think I mentioned this before. One of the things I've done with the commanded shot is they've got the same colour uniforms as the main regiments that will be in their battalion. So I played 3 games of Epic Battles Pike and Shotte. Now there's probably rules that we're kind of missing or not quite getting right, but we have played a lot of Epic Battles American Civil War. As you know, in fact, in 2 weeks' time, 2 weekends' time, we're doing a big Gettysburg refight with 70 to 100 regiments aside. One of the things that's been really interesting with Pike and Shotte is the units having a higher stamina value and being able to close combat. If you're using the Glory Hallelujah supplement rules for the Civil War, and I recommend you do, American regiments didn't tend to close to hand-to-hand very often, and would form sort of firing lines and hammer away at each other. And the rules represent that, so you can't charge, or you can charge, but it's a -2 penalty. So we're a bloodthirsty bunch, so we throw in charges whenever we can. But that doesn't exist in the sort of Pike and Shotte era. So what we've been finding is with the American Civil War, your skill as a general is basically as managing your firing line, pulling troops out when they're tired, putting fresh troops in, trying to push yourself around the flanks of the enemy. Whereas in the English Civil War, we've kind of been playing, it's been about engaging, causing some casualties, and then choosing the right time to charge. Now in my last game, we played 3 battalions aside, sort of like a cavalry battalion and a couple of infantry battalions. My right battalion just didn't do anything for 2 or 3 turns, and then managed to kind of push off and deal with the enemy's battalion. In the centre, I was hard pressed because I was outnumbered because I had more cavalry. My cavalry actually went off on a charge and got roundly pushed back and sort of shaken by the enemy cavalry, but they managed to kind of fall back, rally their shakenness off, and managed to charge into the enemy's flanks in the centre just as they launched their final attack to try and push through. So it was very climatic, felt very Pike and Shotte, really nice game. So what else did we note from the Pike and Shotte? We are going to be doing, I think next year, we're going to play some of the big battles. There's 4 or 5 of us in the club got English Civil War, so we're going to do some of the big battles. But we're also quite taken, a lot of us have got the Montrose sets, and obviously being in Scotland, so we're going to do some of the Montrose campaigns as well. So I'm busy picking up some Irish and Highlanders for that, as well as my Covenant force. But yeah, just in case you've not seen my force. So my cavalry so far, I do know I've got lots more cavalry to paint. Heavy cavalry, I tend to do 4 or 5 figures on a base. The dragoons, I decided to mix them up rather than have a set of bases on foot or mounted, because ultimately dragoons generally, if they charge, can kind of scurry away, and it's kind of almost like a mixed formation anyway. Commanded shot, which I talked about. We artillery guns, officers. I do have the parliamentarian officers painted. I've just not finished the bases yet. That's why they're not out. So my first force, if you ignore the Scottish stuff, we'll come to in a minute, it's primarily planned to be sort of parliamentarian themed. Now for the first 4 regiments, I wanted to do like a blue, green, red and yellow jackets. For the second battalion, I'm going to maybe focus a bit more on orange. I think orange was sort of Parliament's colour of choice. So oranges and yellows, and see how that goes. So my plan is to have a couple of battalions of infantry, 4 regiments apiece, similar sort of numbers of cavalry with some support from dragoons and commanded shot. And then I'll replicate that with the royalist side, but I'll also do some sort of special regiments like Newcastle's white jackets, the lobsters, the cuirassiers, and some Cornish foot. And then obviously I can't be in Scotland, living in Scotland, without doing Covenanters and Highlanders. Again, I'll do a couple of battalions of Covenanter foot, and I'll do Highlanders and some cavalry and stuff. You know, we play generally for fun, so we're not too considerate. You know, the last 2 games we've both had like a Scottish battalion, sort of English battalion on the field with no real issues. The Highlanders, love the wee Highlander figures, although they've proven to be quite brutal on the charge, but quite fragile, probably as they were. I'm going to get some, as you can see there, some heather for my Scots bases as well, to go along the grass as well. So there we have it. Really enjoying Pike and Shotte at the moment. Really enjoying Bolt Action 3rd edition and 7 Days to the Rhine. They're my sort of 3 games of choice go to. Also, never mind the bill hooks as well. Would be my other game of choice at the moment. Although the appeal of epic battles and Napoleonics and doing something with those again is rapidly creeping up on me, I think. As well as some maybe 28mm sort of Arthurian, Romano, British, Saxon skirmishy thing going on. But anyway, that's where I am at the moment. Been really busy painting. Really busy, so I haven't been painting. That's why I've not done quite as many videos as I'd like. Obviously, I'm still playing every Wednesday night at the club. But yeah, let us know how you're getting on with your hobby, and I look forward to chatting to you in another video. So that's goodbye for now. Goodbye.